Welcome back to the channel where we are in Memphis, Tennessee, where we've spent a few very busy days that we'd like to share with you.
Started off with an evening in Beale Street with some great live music and a few beers.
And the next morning we headed out to the legendary Sun Studios, where I wanted to go for many years and it didn't disappoint.
In the afternoon we headed over to the Civil Rights Museum.
And then we headed down to the Mississippi and walked across the big river bridge into Arkansas. And the next day we had our trip to Graceland, which is a fantastic place to go. Even if you're not an Elvis fan, there is so much to see there. So without further ado, let's show you what we did. Beale Street is the main location in Memphis for live music. We had an evening in the Memphis tap room at number 168. Playing that night was the excellent Tyann D. Nash and his band. This bar had no cover fee, but some of the bars on the street did.
After Beale Street we went for dinner at the Flying Fish restaurant, a great place for traditional Memphis food. We're going to go for the Cajun platter, and it includes crawfish, jambalaya and 2 pairs of fried frog legs, and also served with fried gator.
I have myself a beer. I can't remember what it's called, but it's local Memphis beer. And this glass is the heaviest glass I've ever seen, or sorry, ever felt rather. It's huge. We have our buzzer that will tell us when the food's ready, and we'll show you what the food's like when it comes. Cajun platter is served.
This is a frog's leg. I don't know what size frogs they have in America, but
They're large frogs, yeah. What's it taste like?
chicken.
Like chicken wings?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Gator bites.
Gator bites.
Cross between chicken and if you had like a really big prawn or something.
And we've got
Gumbo. A bit spicy, not too spicy, but
like a Cajun sauce, yeah. Because it's Cajun platter, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's got a kind of tomatoey kind of flavour as well.
Yeah.
I think it looks like okra or something like that, I think, in there. Nice.
And the other good thing about this place is they're playing BB King. You don't get that in a fish and chip. I say fish and chip restaurant. It's got the feel of a fish and chip restaurant, and a lot of the menu is fish and chips.
Yeah.
Clearly, what we're having is nothing but fish and chips.
But it all swims in water.
It all swims, yes, to a degree in water. And because we're in Memphis, it's BB King.
Yay.
And it sounds fantastic. Very good vibe. Memphis' famous Sun Studio, the birthplace of rock and roll. Jerry Lee Lewis, John Cash, Man in Black, Carl Perkins, the writer of Blue Suede Shoes, Elvis Presley, I think we might have heard of him, a very young Roy Orbison, 3 glasses. I've dreamed of coming to this place for longer than I can remember. So we've arrived early for the 10 o'clock tour.
Studios has 7 tours every day of the week. Tickets are $20. You can spend some time in the gift shop beforehand. It was nice to find that the t-shirts and other memorabilia were good value and not overpriced.
The tour starts upstairs in a small museum, and your guide tells you the history of Sam Phillips' studio. Next, it's downstairs to the studio itself, where the guide tells you the story of Elvis's first recording session, including the magic moment when Elvis played That's Alright Mama and the $1 Million Quartet session.
After the guide has finished, you have plenty of time for photos, including posing with the 1950s microphone. On our tour, we were very surprised to see a couple we knew from England. It's a small world.
So we're on our way to the Lorraine Motel, which is the Civil Rights Museum, and we've needed some lunch. So this street actually is very cool, lots of old buildings and quite a few options, but we decided to come to the Arcade restaurant, which we've noticed on the sign outside is Memphis's oldest restaurant or diner.
1919.
1919, it's very cool actually, and we've both ordered sandwiches. I'm going for the Memphis thing with fries, and Michelle, you'll have
The black bean burger. After an excellent lunch, it was only a 5-minute walk to the Lorraine Hotel, which is now the National Civil Rights Museum. It is the location where sadly Martin Luther King was shot and killed in 1968. They have kept the bedroom where he stayed, and you visit it at the end of the tour. We found it very emotional.
The museum is open every day except Tuesdays and costs $20 for an adult ticket. It's an excellent museum and really informs you about the injustice experienced by African Americans from slavery through to the civil rights movement in the 20th century. It's definitely a place you shouldn't miss when visiting Memphis. And there you have it, our first sight of the Mississippi River.
The longest river in North America.
And on the other side is Arkansas.
If you have enough time in Memphis and want to bag another steak, cross the Big River Bridge to Arkansas. If you know why it's pronounced Arkansas and not Arkansas, let us know in the comments.
We'll walk, hopefully, across the big bridge, the Big River Bridge over there, getting us over the state line. After a small diversion in the park, which came to a dead end, we seem to be on the right track. The Big River crossing.
I've got one foot in Tennessee and the other one in Arkansas.
State line, here it is. We are now in another state. Too many bears, I'm often in another state. So we finally finished, got to the end. There you can So
And it's dark now.
I've touched Arkansas Earth.
Yeah.
Definitely in a new state. It didn't feel like it counted halfway on the bridge,
No.
even though we crossed the state line. So that took, well, I reckon it took about maybe 20-25 minutes to get across the bridge.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and we've got to go back.
and then we've got to go all the way back. Yeah.
To the
Worth
pub.
doing though, definitely worth doing. We're going to Graceland, 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 Tennessee. We're going to Graceland. Here we are, Graceland. Now we found the right place to park. We headed into the mansion itself. I guess
Told to
not.
Turn around.
Yeah, he was very kind and polite.
So we weren't the only ones.
Not everyone gets to drive in there, just like Elvis did. Yeah, it's pretty good.
After you enter, you see a short film and get your audio to a tablet and hop on the shuttle to take you across the street from the mansion.
We booked our tickets online and chose the Elvis Experience Plus Planes at $84. This included the mansion, his cars, career museum and other exhibits and the planes.
The mansion is very unique, with each room having its own theme. Outside of the house there are other buildings. This includes his office, games room, gym and squash court.
You end with the memorial garden where Elvis and his immediate family are buried. After the mansion, you get the shuttle back across the street to the museums, starting with the impressive collection of cars, bikes and boats.
The career section takes you on a journey from Sun Studios to movies to the 68 Comeback Special and Vegas with an amazing wall-to-wall collection of jumpsuits. It was quite an unexpected surprise as you enter the room.
Once you've finished with the museums, don't forget to go and visit the planes. We spent around 4 hours here, but there is really so much to see you could easily make a day of it.
Including several gift shops and restaurants.
If you have time, the Peabody Hotel is worth a wander around. It's a glamorous hotel, first opened in 1925. The hotel went bankrupt and closed in 1973, but was renovated and reopened in 1981.
The hotel is best known for its ducks. In the 1930s, the general manager put 3 of his ducks in the fountain. The guests loved it and they have been a feature ever since. Every day at 11 a.m, the ducks are escorted from their rooftop penthouse home via the elevator and a red carpet to the fountain, and they return back at 5 p.m.
The museum opened in 2003. It's located on the original site of STAX Records, which went bankrupt in 1976. The original building was demolished in 1989. The area went into decline and a group of Memphis business people and ex-STAX artists spearheaded a revitalisation effort for the area and had the museum built along with the adjacent music school for urban youth.
After a short introduction by a member of staff, you are free to wander the museum.
The museum celebrates STAX artists such as Otis Redding, Isaac Hayes, Sam and Dave, Booker T and the MGs, and Eddie Floyd, etc. It also features others such as Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, Al Green, and many, many more.
The museum is a replica of the original STAX recording studio, which was once a movie theatre. The replica even includes the sloping floor of Studio A.
This organ was used in the song Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs.
It costs $15 for an adult ticket and is definitely an important addition to your musical trip to Memphis. Our Airbnb was located next to the Redbirds ballpark and is inside what looked to be an old 1920s or 30s building. Howdy!
So this is our cool apartment. Big open plan place, great kitchen, microwave, cooker, freezer,
Breakfast bar.
ice on tap. Even our own darts board. You can get up in the morning and play darts if you feel the need. This place definitely had a previous life that wasn't accommodation. Not sure what it was, maybe a factory, something industrial, and there's just tons of room. There's another room down here, there's a cot if you have a wee one with you. And great little bathroom, spacious. Behind the door back there, there's a washer and dryer, so utility room. So yeah, great little place to stay. That is in downtown.